Ever feel like being the nice guy isn't working out? Like you're always the friend, never the boyfriend. You bend over backwards, you're always there for her, but somehow, it's never enough to spark that romantic connection. You're stuck in the friend zone, and it's frustrating as hell. Well, I'm here to tell you that being nice isn't the problem, it's how you're going about it. There are subtle but crucial mistakes that many guys make without even realizing it, mistakes that can sabotage their chances from the very start. In this video, we're diving deep into 5 common dating mistakes that might be holding you back and, more importantly, how to turn things around. Let's talk about the yes man curse. You know the type, always available, always agreeable, always bending over backwards to please. They're the ones who never say no, always ready to lend a hand, and constantly putting others' needs before their own. On the surface, it seems like a surefire way to win a woman's heart. Being attentive, considerate, and always there when she needs you. It's the classic image of the perfect partner. After all, who doesn't like someone who's always there for them? It feels good to be supported and cared for, to have someone who's always willing to go the extra mile. But here's the catch. Constantly saying yes can actually diminish your attractiveness. Over time, this constant availability can lead to burnout and resentment. You start to feel like you're being taken for granted, and that's because, in many ways, you are. Think about it. Scarcity creates value. When something is rare, it's treasured and appreciated. The same principle applies to human interactions. When you're always available, you become predictable, like a predictable rom-com plot, and predictability kills attraction. It's the unexpected, the mysterious that keeps things exciting and engaging. It signals that you might not have other options, that you're not in high demand. This can lead to a lack of respect and appreciation from others, making you feel undervalued and overlooked. Women are drawn to men who have a sense of purpose, men who have lives of their own, men who aren't afraid to prioritize their own needs and desires. It's about having a balance, showing that you're capable of being supportive without losing yourself in the process. So, how do you break free from the yes man curse? It starts with recognizing your own worth and understanding that your time and energy are valuable. Start by being more discerning with your time and attention. Learn to say no when necessary, and don't be afraid to set boundaries. It's not about being selfish, it's about self-respect. It's not about playing games, it's about showing her that you have a life outside of chasing her validation. Engage in activities that you're passionate about, spend time with friends, and pursue your own goals. This not only makes you more interesting but also more attractive.
Yeah, I always thought saying yes to everything would make me more likable. I believed that by being agreeable and accommodating, I would be more appreciated and loved. But now I see how it makes me seem less interesting. It's about finding that balance, being supportive without losing your own identity. By valuing yourself and your time, you naturally become more attractive and respected.
Look, we've all been there. You meet someone you're really into and you get swept up in the excitement of it all, the butterflies in your stomach, the constant thoughts about them, and the eagerness to make a great impression can be overwhelming. You shower her with gifts, compliments, and attention, hoping to win her over. You might think that by doing so, you're showing how much you care and how serious you are about the relationship. But here's the thing. Over-investing too early in a relationship can actually backfire. It can be overwhelming for the other person, making them feel pressured or even uncomfortable. It can create an imbalance in the dynamic, making you appear needy or even desperate. This can lead to the other person pulling away, feeling that the relationship is moving too fast or that they are being smothered. Think of it like this. Relationships are a two-way street. Both parties need to feel equally invested and comfortable with the pace at which things are progressing. You want someone who's going to be just as excited to invest in you as you are in them. Mutual investment is key to a healthy and balanced relationship. When you shower someone with excessive attention and affection too soon, it doesn't give them the space to reciprocate those feelings organically. It can feel forced and unnatural, which can be a turn-off. It's like trying to force a flower to bloom before it's ready. Just as a flower needs time to open up and reveal its beauty, a relationship needs time to develop and grow. The key is to let the connection develop naturally. Allow the relationship to unfold at its own pace without trying to rush things. Let her invest in you emotionally, rather than trying to buy her affection. Genuine emotional investment is far more valuable and lasting than material gifts or constant attention. Oh man, I've definitely been guilty of this. I remember a time when I was so eager to impress someone that I went overboard with gifts and attention, only to realize later that it was too much too soon. It's tough not to get carried away when you really like someone. The excitement and emotions can cloud your judgment, making it hard to see that you might be overwhelming the other person. But it's important to remember that a strong and lasting relationship is built on mutual respect, understanding, and balanced investment. Take your time, let things develop naturally, and enjoy the journey of getting to know each other. By allowing the relationship to grow at its own pace, you create a solid foundation for a healthy and fulfilling connection. So take a step back, breathe, and let the magic of a naturally developing relationship unfold. Chapter 3. The Lost Art of Flirting. In the age of dating apps and instant messaging, somewhere along the way, we've lost the art of flirting.
Guys, flirting is not just about cheesy pickup lines or being overly complimentary. It's about creating a playful, engaging dynamic that sparks chemistry.
It's about banter, teasing, and creating a sense of playful tension.
When you're too serious, too eager to please, you suck the fun out of the interaction.
Flirting is about creating a space where you can both let your guards down, be yourselves, and enjoy the dance of attraction.
So, how do you flirt effectively? It's about confidence, wit, and a touch of playfulness. Tease her gently, challenge her playfully, and don't be afraid to take charge of the conversation.
Remember, flirting is a two-way street. It's about having fun and seeing if there's a spark, not about trying to force anything. Chapter 4. Drawing the Line. The Power of Boundaries. Let's talk about boundaries, gentlemen.
Boundaries are not about being controlling or difficult. They're about having self-respect and setting the standard for how you expect to be treated.
When you're constantly bending over backwards to please a woman, compromising your own needs and values in the process, you're sending a clear message that you don't value yourself.
And if you don't value yourself, why should she?
Having strong boundaries means being clear about your non-negotiables, the things you're not willing to compromise on.
It means being comfortable saying no when you need to without feeling guilty or afraid of rejection.
Remember, a woman who's truly right for you will respect your boundaries, not resent them. Chapter 5. The Element of Challenge. Here's a hard truth. Human beings are inherently drawn to what they can't have. It's wired into our DNA.
When something is too easy, too readily available, we tend to take it for granted. The same principle applies in dating.
When you're always available, always agreeable, always predictable, you take away the element of challenge. And without challenge, there can be no chase, no intrigue, no spark.
Now, this doesn't mean you need to become some aloof, emotionally unavailable bad boy. It's about finding that sweet spot between being interested and being invested, between showing her you're into her and making her work for your attention.
It's about creating a dynamic where she feels like she's earning your affection, not entitled to it. Outro rewrite the narrative. I've seen it time and time again. Guys who are genuinely good people, who have so much to offer, but they're stuck in this cycle of being too nice, too eager to please, and it ends up backfiring. They often find themselves in situations where their kindness is mistaken for weakness, and their genuine intentions are overlooked. They go on dates where they shower their date with compliments only to be told they're such a great friend. It's a frustrating experience, feeling like you're doing everything right, yet not getting the results you hope for. You might think that being overly accommodating and agreeable is the way to win someone's heart, but it often leads to being placed in the friend zone. They drop everything to help a woman out, only to find out she's moved on with someone who challenges her, who keeps her on her toes. It's a harsh reality, but it's important to understand that attraction often thrives on a balance of kindness and assertiveness. Women appreciate a man who can be both caring and confident, someone who can stand his ground and isn't afraid to express his own needs and desires. The truth is, being a nice guy isn't the problem. It's about being the right kind of nice. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're respectful and considerate, but also self-assured and decisive. It's about showing that you value yourself and that you have boundaries. It's about being confident, assertive, and knowing your worth. Confidence is attractive because it signals that you are comfortable in your own skin and that you have a clear sense of who you are. Assertiveness shows that you can take charge and make decisions, which is a desirable trait in any relationship. It's about creating a dynamic where you're both equally invested, where the chase is mutual, and the attraction is undeniable. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and effort from both parties. When both individuals are equally engaged and invested, it creates a strong foundation for a lasting connection. So, tell me, have you ever fallen into the nice guy trap? It's a common experience and many have found themselves in similar situations. Reflecting on your past experiences can help you understand what worked and what didn't, and how you can approach future relationships differently. What are some of the things you've tried that have worked or haven't worked for you? Sharing your stories and insights can be incredibly valuable, not just for you, but for others who might be going through the same struggles. It's through these shared experiences that we can learn and grow. Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. Your input can spark meaningful discussions and provide support to those who need it. Together, we can rewrite the narrative and create a more balanced and fulfilling approach to relationships.